first off, we would just like to thank everyone for joining us, and also thank Rich Willis and the Willis team and everyone for welcoming us so much today. My name is Celesta, and my colleague in the car is Jimmy, and we will be introducing this new vehicle to you. As you know, Volvo has spent the last 80 years really building our formidable reputation on safety. And we're fiercely proud of that heritage because building cars that save lives always has been, always will be, and is our primary passion. Well, of course, the vehicle that we're introducing to you this evening represents that passion impeccably. The all-new S60 is jam-packed with the most innovative safety technologies available today, and it's arguably the safest Volvo ever built, which is saying quite a lot. But it is also the sexiest, sassiest, most powerful, most dynamic Volvo ever built. It comes standard with all-wheel drive. It also comes standard with our 3-liter turbocharged T6 engine, and that generates 300 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. So, is it everything that makes a Volvo a Volvo? Yes, absolutely. But it's up to a whole lot of mischief, too. It's kind of the Volvo that no one expected to come from Volvo. It's the Volvo that our competitors never saw coming. And if you haven't seen the word yet, on our name tags and on the videos, it's what we're calling the naughty Volvo. So what you see behind me is the brand new 2011 naughty Volvo S60. And you can see the vehicle speaks for itself. So I'm going to gush on just a little bit more and let you look on it adoringly. While I talk about this exterior, let me just draw your eye to a few points. Do you notice how this C-pillar stretches all the way down to the tail lamps? Well, what that does is it creates a very racy coupe-like roofline, adding to the sporty appeal. We've got very strong shoulder contouring through the side, and you have a perfect view of it. Can you see how it kind of dips lower right in the middle of the vehicle? Well, what that does is it creates a double wave through that waistline, and that makes the car look like it's in motion, even when it's standing still. Up front, we have our signature diagonal DNA lights right here, and when you combine that with the almost aggressive scowl of the headlamps, you kind of get an expression, maybe even a mischievous expression, and we hope that what it's saying is that you're up to a whole lot more tonight than your average evening commute. We put 18-inch Sleipner wheels on this standard, so you have a beautiful alloy wheel feeling that entire wheel well. So again, the car is smoking hot to look at, but the real heat of the vehicle is what's under this hood. So I'm going to say it again. It's our 3-liter turbocharged T6 engine. It generates 300 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque, and all-wheel drive is standard. But what's exciting is that this twin-scroll turbo delivers an immediate response at all revs. So you have up to 325 pound-feet of torque available to you even at the lowest of revs. It's a blip of the throttle, and this S60 is off and running. In fact, for those of you who love the numbers, the 0 to 60 on this is just 5.8 quick seconds. And the cherry on top is that even with all of this power, this T6 is 10% more fuel efficient than our last T6. So at 18 miles per gallon in the city and 26 miles per gallon on the highway, this gets better fuel economy than any 6-cylinder engine in its class. Now, as all you car enthusiasts know, when you've got all this power and you've got such a dynamic vehicle, you want to combine that and pair that with a very strong chassis. So we have made this standard with our dynamic chassis. It's all new, completely redesigned, and it has performance-tuned springs, bushings, and dampers for added agility and body control. And to make sure that we got the most out of this agile chassis, our Volvo engineers actually redesigned and modified the all-wheel drive software so that it fully exploits the advantages specific to this chassis. So it's not a version of another Volvo chassis, it's all new. And it's really been designed to give you an all-new, very exhilarating driving experience. Of course, if you like, we are also offering our continuously adjusting 4C active chassis, which some of you might remember from our S60R vehicle. Any of you have an R? Okay. It has 3 driver selectable settings, so when you're in the car driving along, you can decide at any moment to change that suspension. We're also offering a world first on this. It's called Advanced Stability Control, and I know that doesn't sound very naughty. It's because it was originally developed as a safety feature for our XC60 and XC90, our SUV vehicles. And what we did was we hijacked the roll angle sensor that's in those vehicles and put it on this so that it detects even the slightest bit of a skid tendency. It then kicks on your dynamic stability traction control system, which allows you to be safer and more in control on the road. We've also added something called corner traction control through torque vectoring. And that is a feature that as you head into a turn, the vehicle knows, and it transfers power to the outer wheels and it brakes your inner wheels, so you literally head right into that turn so that you can get the most accuracy, efficiency, and have the most fun in your S60. But of course, there are a million other things to tell you, so I'm going to turn the time over to my fabulous colleague Jimmy to tell you a little bit more about this S60.